name is Peter Mad Cat Ruth, and I'm here to show you some basics about the 10-hole harmonica. This is a great little instrument, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun playing it. First of all, I hope you all have a C harmonica, because that's what I'm playing here. A harmonica in the key of C, either in the front corner here, or the front corner here, or on the top should be the letter C. And then there should be numbers 1 through 10 across the top of the harp. A number for each of the holes. Okay, so you hold it like this, with numbers 1 through 10 on top, with your thumb underneath and your first finger laid across the top of the harmonica. Now let's just blow through the harmonica. A C chord. Now if you inhale through the harmonica, you get a G chord. The harmonica has 20 reeds. There's 10 reeds across the top and 10 more reeds across the bottom. So in order to play a song, you both have to inhale and exhale. Now let's start out with a real simple rhythm. Way down on holes number 1, 2, 3, and 4, just inhale twice. And then exhale twice through the same holes. You can get a rhythm like this. See, you're already making some nice sounds on your harmonica. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. It sounds like this. The basic train. All harmonica players know how to play the train. All right. Let's try a real simple melody now. Probably the simplest song to play on the harmonica is "Oh Susanna." It sounds like this. However, that's what it sounds like after you've been practicing for a while. First of all, I was getting a single note by narrowing down my lips. But even if you can't narrow down your lips quite all the way, you can still play the melody just by playing groups of notes, sort of like this. So when the melody goes up, you move toward the higher end of the harmonica, toward the higher numbers. And when the melody goes down, you move toward the lower numbers. to play it again real slow. Actually, I'll show you what I'll do. I'll point in the direction where my wind is going. If I'm blowing, I'll point that way. And when I inhale, I'll do this. So you can think about that melody in terms of outs and ins. Out, in, out, 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 in, out, 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 in, out, out, in, out, in, like that. Right. See, you're already playing some harmonica. Now, it'll sound better if you can learn how to play a single note. And the way I play a single note is to narrow down my lips like this. As if I was inhaling or exhaling through a straw. Like that. Now you get your round hole of your lips directly over one of these square holes on the harmonica. It'll sound like this. Now, I'm guessing that some of you are getting more than one note, kind of, which means you have to pucker even a little more, kind of. Now, imagine that the harmonica is kind of away from you. So you don't want the harmonica too close to your teeth. If it's way up close to your teeth, it's hard to get that pucker. So you want it about that far away from your teeth and kind of pucker up to it like this. See, it's like this. That's why harmonica players cover their face when they play. They're actually going like this. Now I know it's hard to get a nice clean tone right away. This will take a little bit of practice. Now what often happens is you get a real tight sound. You're trying to get your lips in that position and all your face muscles get real tight, kind of. This isn't how you do it. You have to get your lips in this position. But this should be real relaxed, all your face, because your tone of the harmonica will be much better if your face is relaxed. Nice and loose. You don't want it tight like this. Doesn't sound as good. This will take a little time, but just work on it little by little. Now you can make these notes sound even better if you get your right hand involved. The way I do that is I'm kind of grabbing on, I'm holding the harmonica in this hand, and kind of grabbing around like this, so that my thumb is on the front of the harmonica. My fingers of my right hand are on top of the fingers of my left hand, and the sides of my hands are together, nice and tight. And then if I open up the sides of my hand, kind of roll my hand sideways, like this, it changes the tone of the harmonica from this sound to this sound. So if you do that on every note, you can get a very nice wah-wah sound, sort of like this. And for the long notes, I'm just kind of putting in a little vibrato, where the sides of my hand go back and forth real quick like this. The thumb is staying on the front of the harmonica, and it's acting sort of like a hinge. So your hand can rotate out and then rotate back to the same place. Kind of like that. And my thumb just stays right at the side of my mouth. So when I'm playing a low note, it's way down there. And when I'm playing a high note, it can move all the way down. It just stays at the at the side of my mouth the whole time. See, for that note, the thumb ended up way over there. A good thing to learn, I guess this is a good time to learn it too, is the major scale. It's where you start on hole number 4, blowing. So it's 4 blow, and then 4 inhale, 5 blow, 5 inhale, 6 blow, 6 inhale, and then 7 inhale, and 7 blow. The pattern switches at the 7th hole, so it's out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So now let me play all of O Susanna, using a wah on every note and a little vibrato on the long notes. It sounds like this. You can follow along in the booklet that comes with this video. the second part of the song goes like this. All right, another simple song we can work on is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. It goes like this. Now, if you're still having trouble getting a single note, that's okay. Just work on it little by little. Fortunately, the harmonica is set up so if you play a little bit of the notes on either side, it's just part of the chord. So it might be sounding like this. Which is okay, but it's better if you can work on getting that single note. Just try narrowing down your lips a little more. And keep your face real relaxed. And you can always make the tone sound a little bit better by using your hands. Another beautiful song on the harmonica. It's called O Shenandoah. Sounds like this. Harmonica is my favorite instrument, really for three reasons. One is the size. It's a great size. You can take it wherever you go. Just put it in your pocket. One of the most portable instruments you'll ever find. Another reason is the price. Compared to a guitar, a piano, a saxophone, any other instrument, it's really quite a bargain. But the third and most important reason is the sound of a harmonica. Because at any price, there's no other instrument that sounds quite like a harmonica. Well, let's get back to another great old American folk song. Down in the Valley. It goes like this. Now the secret of getting a nice tone, I'm going to say it once again, I've already said it, but you got to keep your face real relaxed and get a nice clear single note by narrowing down your lips. And the right hand, if you can get that into play for a little vibrato. And the best place to get that vibrato is right where the edges of your hands come together, right like that. Another great American folk song is On Top of Old Smoky. It goes like this. Now there's another way to get a single note. I learned the pucker method first, and that's what I'm teaching you first. But there's another way to get a single note. Say you wanted to blow hole number 4. The other way is to take your tongue and cover holes number 1, 2, and 3 with your tongue, and then widen this side of your mouth a little bit to get hole number 4. It's like this. See, my tongue is blocking the holes, the 1, 2, and 3 hole, leaving a little space there for hole number 4. Now this method has some advantages. And one advantage is you can pull the tongue away and get a chord sound like this. It's kind of tricky, but it's not that hard really. First of all, you have to get a clear single note. And then you just pull your tongue off of holes 1, 2, and 3. So you can play songs like, for instance, Skip to My Lou. It would sound like this. But if I put a little chord background where I pull my tongue off holes 1, 2, and 3, it sounds like this. It's kind of a tricky technique, but I just thought I'd throw it in. Maybe you'll get around to learning that one sometime. Of course, you can play that same song using the pucker method without the chords. It would sound like this. that tonguing method, it's called tonguing, where you pull your tongue on and off the holes to make the chords. It works especially well in 3/4 time, in waltz time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the song we did just a few minutes ago, Down in the Valley, would sound like this. Or on top of Old Smoky, you could do that same sort of tonguing, sort of like this. Well, here's another technique I'd like to show you, which is kind of fun. In the song Polly Wolly Doodle, it goes like this. On that Polly Wolly Doodle all the day, I'm going oodle, 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 oodle with my tongue while I'm playing the note. Oodle, 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 oodle. So then it sounds like this. Oodle, 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 oodle. Okay, another song I like to play is called Camptown Races. First I'm going to play it with the pucker method. The pucker method for getting single notes. So it would sound like this. Now, there's another technique. It's very similar to the tonguing technique, but that's where you're playing a note out of both sides of your mouth, and the tongue is blocking off holes in the middle, like this. So I'm hitting holes number 6 and 3, and I'm blocking off 4 and 5 with my tongue. Like that. And so I'm playing the melody, and I'm also playing the melody down here, or almost the melody. So it sounds like this. So I'm always blocking off 2 notes in the middle and then playing off both sides. Now to make it even fancier, I can throw in some chord things with my tongue. It would sound like this. There's lots and lots of songbooks available with the simple American folk songs that, and some of them even come with the numbers, all harmonica numbers and letters all written in. But if it doesn't, you could just play a major scale. That's now a lot of these American folk songs will start on the C note, but not all. Sometimes it's hard to tell where a harmonica is, where the song is, which note the song actually starts on. But if you get in your head the last note and think of the last note of the song, it almost always resolves to the key you're playing in, to a C note in this case. So, for instance, on top of Old Smoky, you'll cover this da 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 da. So that's a good way to figure out where to start or end your melodies, is to get the major scale in your mind, and then find out what the last note is and take it from there. Harmonica is great for improvising. I recommend you think of some of your favorite simple American folk songs or European folk songs and give it a try. Give it a whirl. See if you can figure them out. Because it's going to be, the note's going to be in one of those holes and either inhaling or exhaling. Well, that about wraps it up for today. So keep practicing, enjoy it, have a good time with your harmonica, work on those single notes, and I'll see you further on down the road.